Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Ursula Del Mar. This time we're not wearing the nails. Surprise, I'm filming two recaps or whatever in like the same week, which is like, love that. Last week I wasn't able to watch Survivor, but this week we watched 2 episodes. We actually watched 3, but we're only doing reviews on 1 and 2 this week. So hopefully this will be out by the end of the weekend. If not, hopefully by next week. So we're going to discuss today episode number 2 of Survivor Winners at War. So let me go back to my notes real quick. So we start off with like previously voted off the island, which was Amber. Yeah, I mean, what else did we expect? Like, we knew she was gonna go because, like, you know, she was just targeted and it was just like water was wet. So we start off at the beginning of the episode where Natalie and Amber are in edge of extinction. So we find out that Amber gifted her fire token to Rob, which, are we surprised? No, they're like married, so obviously she's gonna give it to him. That being said, that leaves so we have this whole thing about like, this is not going to be one of like a longer videos. This is going to be a quick one because episode 2 was very short. So we start off by Rob getting the fire token from Amber. So then we skip ahead to so we are back on the Blue tribe. So here we are, and then Denise, Ben are looking for the idol, and then but Ben's kind of helping Denise, which I thought was really interesting because he's like, oh, it's time to like, you know, build relationships this time around instead of just relying on myself, because he did point out something which I thought was really cute and really funny, and that was it sucks to go through like life alone, but much less like Survivor, like you need allies or whatever. So we ended up that happening. So Denise ends up finding the hidden immunity idol, which is like a 2-part special, I guess. You have to give the other half to somebody else before sundown, and then they have to my lips are kind of quick. And then they have to that's how it works. Like you have to give half of it away, otherwise like there's no point, you know. So so Ben helps Denise find it, and then which really surprised me was when he like didn't really try and convince her to give him the idol. He was like, okay, whatever, girl, like do whatever you want to do, I'm with you 100, which I thought was really nice, and that's a good way to make allies. So then after Denise gets the idol, she's like, who should I give the other part to? So she considers giving it to Poverty, which I think was like not the best idea, considering that Poverty is like, you know, really a really good player. So that would have been a no if she would have given it. But she ends up giving it to Adam, which I thought was like a better move because they're allies. But we find out that Adam has his own agenda, and he's like, you know, playing with his own game. And then so we flash back to the red team, and then this is when we find out where Kim is like bottom of the barrel, like doesn't know what to do. She's like completely a fish out of water because she's like, well, the first time I played, I was on top, and now here I am like at the bottom of like the pack, and I don't know what to do, you know. So then we have this whole montage of her like looking for the idol, and she ends up finding it. So that was really, really lucky of her to find it. Sorry about that. I had to like fix my lip because it was bothering me. I was like, let me just adjust it because it's just not how I want it. It's a little better. It's a little better. You like this? It's very like pink. Oh, Adidas. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag my favorite brand. Okay, but so we have Denise. We did Denise. Now we're back at Kim. So she finds the idol. She gives the second half to Sophie, and they have never worked together, which I thought she should have just shared her secret with Tyson, because, you know, they're already like assumed as an item. Might as well just make it a thing. But like, Sophie, we'll see how if it gets back to her. So, but like that's basically like the first half of the show. It's just like them finding the 2 idols, like the red team and the blue team, Denise and Kim. So then we segue over, and then it goes back to Edge of Extinction, and there we find out that Natalie and what's her name, Amber are there, and then they received a message, but it's like coded, where basically says like check the water well, which they like check all over. Natalie ends up checking the water well. She finds the advantage, which, let's see, I wrote down what it said. So the advantage is basically like you can leave tribal council right before the votes are cast, and then your vote, you don't get to vote though, that's the one thing, but you also do not get voted out, which is like pretty sickening, but we'll see how that is a thing. So Nat gets it. She sends it over to Jeremy because at this point she doesn't know who has what. You know, she's basically like saying like, I think this person has like an extra coin that they might be able to like, you know, trade for this. So she sends the advantage to Jeremy, and Jeremy's like, okay, work, I'll take it. So he ends up buying it for 1 fire token. So now we have, so let's fast forward, or not fast forward, but let's segue back onto Natalie. So now she has 2 fire tokens, which I'm like, girl, 2 for 2, we love that. Like, you're not even in the game and you're like tied for like, already, like, you know. Oh, so I wrote down that she has, so now she has her original fire token and Sandra's token that she sold the immunity idol for. Which I think, hopefully she accumulates enough fire tokens to come back. If not, we'll see what the fire tokens are for, but hopefully they're for something good, considering every player has one. So I put that the advantage, let's see, leave tribal council. So then we go back to the challenge. And the challenge is the immunity challenge. So then we have, it's like a toss-up, and Boston Rob basically blows it. But it wasn't just him, his whole team kind of sucked up until then. But then like, he like takes like 10 minutes to like study the puzzle or something. I don't know. But they lost. And then there's this whole like, at this point, honestly, like I kind of like was paying attention, but not really. And like, I didn't really write down any notes. So we go back, and then, oh yeah, I wrote down some notes. So Danny turns on Poverty, and then it gets back to Poverty. So then they all turn on Danny. I mean, yeah, they all turn on Danny. I kind of, no shade, but like Danny to me is like kind of forgettable because I think it's like Danny and Amber to me are kind of the same person. Like I feel like they're not used to how the game is played, so they're not like looking for like advantages in like all these different places, you know? Oh, but like during this whole like, before tribal council, there was this whole thing between like old school versus new school, and then kind of Danny just spills a tea in front of Ben, and she's like, we did have a old school, new school kind of thing going on before like even knew. And then he's like, what? It's very like that. And basically this ends up like blowing up at tribal council, which I thought was a little ridiculous, because like, so we get to tribal council, and then at tribal council they're all discussing da 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 da, and then like all of a sudden Rob's like, I want to know where the idol is, so if anybody has it or no one does, then we should all dump out our bags. Girl, I was like floored. I was like, the fact that you like said this and every single person went along surprised me, because like I'd be like, no, I don't have the idol, but I don't have to like dump my shit to prove that I don't have it. Like, I don't know, but I guess everybody wanted to dump it just to make sure that they weren't a target. But in my eyes, I thought it was like, it was gag. Because I was like, oh shit, like legit, like, yeah. That was gag worthy. But, so we go to the votes, da da da, Danny goes home. Were we surprised? No. In my opinion, I mean, yeah, I was, okay, I did make a mental note that this is like the 3rd person out, and she's the 3rd girl voted out in a row. So they're like getting out all the girls pretty quickly, and I'm pretty sad about that, because now we're down to 7 out of 10, and then we still have all 10 of the male winners, so we'll see. Like I said, this was a shorter episode, because, I mean, not much happened, but, like, the 2 immunity idols were found, so I guess, like, let's what's that word? Let's re-up everything. So basically, Natalie has 2 fire tokens. By the end of the episode, she has 2 fire tokens. Jeremy has an advantage. Sophie and Kim have a hidden immunity idol that they both like I guess shared. I don't know yet. I guess Sophie has it. I mean not Sophie, but I guess Kim has it now. But both Adam and Denise have immunity idol as well. But okay, side note, when they were emptying out their bags and then Denise was able to hide her immunity idol while like dumping all her shit out, that was so amazing. And that was great. So, I mean, I think that that's kind of like our overall review on like what happened at episode 2. You know, we know who has some idols. We know who has an advantage. We kind of know who's at the bottom. So I'm just kind of excited to like see what happens next. I mean, I kind of saw what happened next, but I kind of forgot because for some reason episode like 2 and 3 blended together as a one. For some reason, I guess because I watched them back to back. I don't know. I can't remember who goes home third, and like maybe that's a good thing because then now I have to watch it and like you know relive the moment of who gets voted off. But so far, I mean, I could care less about Amber. I could care less about Danny. I am really hurt about Natalie, but she is working it from exile, and I am so amazed by that. I love that. Hopefully, we get to see her more. Thank you for watching. This was just, like I said, a quick little video, but I was like, you know, let's get our 2 cents in, let's throw it in, let's try and get these better. So if you have any tips, suggestions, you know, comments, concerns, make sure you just like, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Oh, by the way, there's no nails tonight. Like, they're like pretty like bare. But look at that, they're like pretty healthy anyways. We're getting our nails done like at the beginning, little mid-March. I'm thinking like something St. Patrick's Day, green, also because like we're moving into like, after March is April, which is basically 420. So, thank you.